Here is your dose of the Ultimate Sales Machine coming to you from the new edition. Visit ultimatesalesmachine.com to get your copy or multiple copies. I am your host, Amanda Holmes, CEO of Chet Holmes International. What you're about to learn has assisted 250,000 businesses to generate billions of dollars, working faster, better, smarter.
The last question was a great question. See, everyone has discipline and determination, right? Everyone comes to the workplace or anything that you do in life with discipline and determination that you would achieve anything. I think, especially on the sales side, people end up into a psychology of not being pushy, right? You do once, thrice, fourth time, fifth time, whatever you're doing on social media. But I think the psychology comes in between that you cannot be too much pushy to a third party. How do you deal with it? That's question one. And question two is,
Wait, let me answer that one first.
yeah,
Okay. So one of the things that I did when I stepped in, I really did not have the background to be able to run a world-class marketing and sales training company. I was 24. I just released my 4th record. I really was so out of my league. And yet every day my prayer was, I grant myself permission to connect to my higher self. Please guide me to be a conduit of light and love. And instead of it being about me and wondering if I'm doing the right thing and what if I'm too pushy or what if I'm doing this, it became about those that I'm serving. And when it became about them, it didn't matter about me. It didn't matter that I felt that I was unworthy or that I felt that I was too young or that I felt that I was a woman living in a man's world. None of that mattered because it was about serving them. So as long as you keep serving them as your number one priority, then it flows. You also have to believe that you're doing something good by them, which I can tell you, I really have to force some people if we're selling bathroom fans, okay, to have them truly believe that they make a difference in the world. But here you are. Yeah. Okay, now what's your second question?
yeah, I think, of course, different countries, different upbringings have different culture, right? And when you talked about the third bucket of saying social media has a 7x potential, in most of our 100 deemed client list or in any respect, we see maybe 50% qualifies in that bucket, 50% does not qualify in that bucket. So naturally, one has to readjust
Yeah.
the mode of still targeting your 100 dream clients
Yep.
effectively.
Yeah. So I think of it. So I have this $26 billion health insurance fund that's a client of mine. And the gentleman is 72 and he doesn't go on any social media except for Facebook. And he has 100 friends on Facebook. And I have his cell phone number. I have his email. But the only place when I was trying to get him as a client, the only place he would reply to me was on Facebook Messenger. Why? Because that man posts all the time. These like super motivational posts that are so loving and nobody comments on them and nobody likes them. So he doesn't have followers. And yet his time is spent there because his inbox is empty there. So sometimes we feel that they're not there, but I will tell you right now that the average person spends an average 10 hours and 30 minutes a day interacting with some media. 10 hours and 30 minutes. Think about how much time you spend on your phone, right? Do you get those reports that say you spent? I hate to admit how much time I spend on my phone every day, right? It's a lot. So finding where they spend that time, you'd be shocked at how much more time they actually do spend there.
I just wanted to have two quick things from you.
Yeah.
What made you to come up with the second book after your dad book? And apart from that, which are your 3 personal favorite books apart from The Ultimate Sales Machine?
These are good questions. Oh, thank you. I'll never forget this moment. We were sitting in the hospital room with my dad, and he had just gone through the bone marrow transplant. So you can imagine he traveled around the world. He's a public speaker and talked with the biggest and best of the world, and yet he was confined to that small hospital room for 2 months. He couldn't leave because his immune system was completely obliterated. And I remember coming in, and he was sitting next to the window. And he said to me, for all the wealth that I've amassed, nothing can buy my way out of this hospital room. And I wish I could forget that moment but I just can't. And I wrote 94 versions of chapter 13 in the new edition of the book. 94, I counted. Because I wanted to bring across this point of how do you truly live a rich and full life? That is my contribution to the new edition of the book. You'll see it in the foreword and on the final chapter. And that's what I want to carry on. So that's why I did the new edition. Thank you. And what was your other question? Oh, my second favorite book is Autobiography of a Yogi by Yogananda Paramahansa. Thank you.
Make sure to get your copy or copies at theultimatesalesmachine.com. There's a lot of special bonuses that you can't get going to Amazon, so make sure you check it out at ultimatesalesmachine.com.